We all have dreams, but a vision is what guides us. Do you envision a better tomorrow? Do you dream of driving powerful change? At Tata Consumer Products, our vision is to build better lives and thriving communities. And how do we get there? By passionately growing and innovating every day. To us, the means matter as much as the end. So, we march towards our goal by firmly holding on to our values. Integrity. Remain fair, transparent, responsible and ethical in our conduct. Agility. Be proactive, adaptive and quick to respond to the market. Excellence. Always be driven to deliver to the highest standards for the company and our own development. Empathy. To understand before we act, encourage diversity of thought and work together to build real value. Ownership. To take full responsibility for our actions and to nurture the communities we work in. So dream with purpose and show the world how we aim high, take risks, break barriers and stay determined to create, nurture and grow, all to make lives better. Tata Consumer Products. For better.
A very good evening, everyone. We are thrilled to welcome you to the grand finale of Tata Consumer Products Case Study Challenge Grow Beyond Better Season 4. I am Anushruti Sati, and I have the pleasure of being your host for this exciting evening. First and foremost, a heartfelt thank you to each one of you for joining us today. Grow Beyond Better is our annual B-School case study competition where we engage with the brightest young minds from campuses across the country to tackle critical, real-time business challenges. Over the past 3 years, we have witnessed extraordinary talent and innovative solutions from brilliant students competing for this prestigious accolade. Last year, Team Pitchers from XLRI Jamshedpur emerged victorious and set a high benchmark for excellence. Grow Beyond Better has evolved in the last 4 years. From 2,000 registrations in its first season to 13,400 registrations in its fourth season this year, we continue to grow bigger and expand our impact. This year, we witnessed an overwhelming interest from 472 campuses nationwide on our case, building innovation pipeline for Tata Sampann. It was amazing to see 1,000 innovative ideas, which made it extremely difficult for our panel of evaluators to pick up the top 40 submissions. The panel, which consisted of industry subject matter experts, IIT and IIM alumni, and entrepreneurs nominated by our partners Unstop, specially called out that the creativity, detail orientation, and business acumen displayed at such a young age is commendable. And we specially appreciate all the participants for investing time in this despite their busy academics. Please congratulate yourselves for this. The top 13 teams declared as round 1 winners from this top 40 were identified by our TCPL in-house subject matter experts. And these top 13 teams got the opportunity to present their idea in front of TCPL jury in round 2. After a rigorous round of defending their proposal, these people finally selected the top 4, the ones who will be presenting their solutions in the grand finale today evening. These 4 teams were also given the opportunity to be mentored by our emerging leaders who helped the teams hone their finale pitch. And here they are, all ready to fight it out and emerge as champions. Before I introduce our jury for today, let's take a quick look at Tata Consumer Products' journey, which is similar to Grow Beyond Better and has been one of continuous transformation fueled by innovation and agility to meet the evolving consumers' needs and aspirations. TCPL aims to be a premier FMCG organization from the House of Tatas and become the #1 food and beverages player. In the last 4 years, our revenue has grown from 9,637 crores to 15,206 crores. Our operating profit is growing faster than top line. Market capitalization has grown by 5x in the last 5 years, crossing 1 lakh crore last year. We are proud to be among the top 5 listed FMCG companies by revenue, with an industry-leading innovation to sales ratio of 5.1% and home to many loved brands. And at the core of this success lies the growth mindset behaviors, which drives all of us here at TCPL. Let's hear more about how we achieve this and what we plan for the future from some of our leaders who have been pivotal in this journey of growth. Presenting the jury for the evening, Mr. Tarun N.P. Verma, Global Chief Human Resources Officer, Mr. Parth Biswas, President Ready to Drink Beverages, Ms. Bhagyashree Naware, Vice President Innovation Packaged Foods, Mr. U.R. Sudhindra, Vice President R&D Foods. Welcome, esteemed jury. We are eager to hear your valuable insights on this. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Anu. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely, properly, Tarun.
Wonderful. Thank you, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us. This is the grand finale of Grow Beyond Better. And as Anu mentioned, not only are we proud of the fact that we've reached a fantastic milestone for this program, but it's also fitting to see that Tata Consumer also has been growing in leaps and bounds. I think the last graph probably has given you a glimpse of where we are. But I'm also very proud to share with you a few things, what I believe, personally speaking, contributes to that. First up, if you see the folks on the call, you've got a head of R&D, senior leader who's there with us, Sudhi. You've got a marketing innovation trailblazer with us, Bhagyashree. You have a business head who's leading one of our growth engines, Parth. And you have HR and sustainability person on the call. So, I mean, what better example of cross-functional working can you see? And that to me is probably the biggest lever that we have as an organization. The second piece which I will share with you is that our organization has not just grown, we have also transformed. And I keep reminding myself and all my colleagues, I think probably hear this multiple times, that our journey is that of growth and transformation. Every day, we do strategy and execution. We work in a very digital world today, but our business is also very physical. It's about brands and distribution. It's about ensuring that we work on the physical aspects of our business, but also keep a very digital orientation. So I can go on. For us, it's not either or, it is and. And I think that is exactly what you see in the way that this organization has grown. The fundamental piece for us is the term for better. I believe personally that this also denotes that we're not the best, nor have we arrived. Each day, we're just getting better. And for us, it's a sign of humility. It's what keeps us grounded. And I think that's what I look forward to when I'm hearing from all of you. What is it that we can keep doing every day, keep improving, keep innovating as you keep striving for better? Maybe on that note, let me hand over to Parth. Parth, maybe you want to share your thoughts?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Tarun. So well said. Thank you, everyone. All the teams, not only the finalists, everyone who have participated. I'm sure it was not really easy. But I'm also sure that you will all agree that you've learned throughout this journey. So thank you for your participation, your effort. Tarun was talking about transformative growth journey, and I will tell you why I feel it's very special for me, very, very fulfilling. We are at TCPL at this point of time, we are balancing many things. For example, we are balancing sustainable, profitable growth of large businesses, all with new white spaces, for example, RTD, Soulful. These are new areas, large space where we are entering and trying to build a respected, industry leader. We are balancing between building brands which will last for many, many centuries. At the same time, we are working on being present at every place where Indian or any consumer across the globe can interact with our products. We are balancing between profits at this and along with people. So the journey is really, really very exciting, very fulfilling because we have so many things to do. And, and as I keep saying, there's so many meaningful work to be done as we grow this business and give the best value to all our consumers. With that, I think I'll hand over to Bhagyashri to introduce her.
Bhagyashree, you're on mute.
Bhagyashree, unable to hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, Bhagyashree, can hear you properly.
Hi guys, we meet again. Anu, I can't believe like time's flown so fast. Just a few weeks ago, we were launching the case study contest, and I'm so thrilled, to see that we've got over 13,000 registrations, and there's really a lot of excitement among campuses. So welcome to everybody, and thanks a lot for everything that you've shared because, while you may see that we're meeting for a few, but what really matters for us is your participation and the ideas that you bring to the table. Anushati just said that our innovation to sales ratio is 5%. We want to tell you that actually 5% is best in class, and in the foods business, for which you're giving us ideas today, the I2S ratio is even beyond that. So if I were to tell you what the CAGR is like, for the innovation foods portfolio, it's over 60% in the last 3 years. So, the pace at which we're innovating is really, really high. In fact, if I were to tell you that, we were about 5 categories in the foods portfolio about 3 years ago, and we are in over 20 categories right now. It gives you an idea of how fast we're expanding our portfolio. And while we are doing that, we are also taking care to see that the quality put out is great. So Sampan, which is the subject of today's conversation, is the #1 staples brand on e-commerce. It's actually leading the charge on getting consumers to move from unpolished to polished pulses, and has been in a way revolutionizing how people are seeing quality staples branded products online. The ideas that you're going to give us today is going to fuel this funnel more. We also have a D2C brand portfolio that's coming alive and thriving so fast. So, guys, if you're interested in FMCG and food, this is the place to be. I'm really thrilled to see that you have some great ideas. So let's make it a good evening. With that, I want to hand over to my partner in crime, Sudhi, with whom we do many an innovation. So over to you, Sudhi.
Thanks, Bhagyashree, for that great introduction. Okay, hi guys, I am Sudhindra. I'm part of the global R&D, function. So I'm witness to this entire transformation journey that Tarun mentioned. Way back in 2020, if I recollect, I think we were industry laggards with 0.8% of innovation to sales ratio. But here we are with over 5.3% of innovation to sales ratio, which is one of the industry leading numbers. And that's something that which we are really proud of. The second bit, I think, at Tata Consumer Products, R&D is a business. We partner with business in contributing both to the top line as well as to the bottom line. Just a brief summary of what do we do at R&D. So we have 4 different R&D centers. There's one in Mumbai, There is one in Barabanki, we have one in Bangalore, and there is one in Greenfield. We also have a pilot plant in Sri City. When it comes to capability, I think we have three broad verticals. So there is a research vertical or capability that we are talking about. There is a product development capability, and there is an innovation project management capability. So when it comes to research capability, it's about the product science or the consumer technical insights or the connected innovation capability, beverages, packaged foods, mini meals, global packaging. All those are the major categories that that we support for. And of course, the innovation project management, which actually sort of holds all these together to take the products to the market. So, like I think. Bhageshi and Tarun already mentioned, I think we have had more than 100 odd launches over the last 3 years with over 5.2% innovation to sales ratio. So I think way back in 2020 we did not have any innovation management process per se, but today we have something called a stage and gate management process, which actually sort of takes the winning ideas. When I mean winning, which is more feasible and viable ideas to the market, and those which are non-performing actually sort of gets sort of eventually eliminated. So while I think we are not so pro on patent filing, because end of the day we are a commercial R&D, but I think still we have more than 7 or 8 patents to our name in last 2 to 3 years. Needless to mention, I think there are so many awards, whether it is within the Tata Group system or outside the Tata Group system. I think we have had many awards, like I think business impact award that we have had from the Tata innovation management team. We have had India Pack innovation awards, say, within the packaging. Aegis Gramble award are some of the notable things which I just wanted to mention. It's an exciting journey to be part of the Tata Consumer R&D team and drive the science and consumer led innovations to deliver the far better moments. Thanks, everyone, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Yuri, for sharing your perspectives on TCPL's journey and also the future prospects. Your experiences and visions are definitely inspirational, and that has set the stage for the innovative ideas that we're about to witness through these 4 teams. So let's move quickly to the guidelines and the ground rules of the competition. Each team will be given 8 minutes to present, followed by 7 minutes of jury Q&A. The buzzer will signal the time of 7th and 8th minute of the presentation time. The evaluation would be on the depth of research, novelty, scalability of idea, and the financial viability of the proposal. So it's time for the final showdown. All the very best, everyone. First, we have Team Aficionado, Chandni, Irshad, and Alisha from FMS Delhi. Hope you are all ready to give your best performance. You may please share the presentation in the full screen mode. Perfect. Over to you, team.
A very warm good evening to everyone present here from Team Aficionado. Just close your eyes and think of the last time you had khichdi. Was it a quick comfort meal on a rainy day or a go-to dish when you felt under the weather? Or was it a nutritional meal lovingly prepared by your grandmother? Now imagine if khichdi could be more than that, nutritional, convenient and premium. Today, we present you a bold vision, Tata Sampann Khichdi Mix as a modern superfood meal for every Indian household. For our primary research, we have taken more than 100 respondents, which include Google form on interviews from our consumer, and we have done some on ground research. So what we can see over from this insight, that 78% of our respondents prioritize quick and easy meal, and 71 actively seek product labeled as natural and preservative free. And there's a perception that 73% people feel that khichdi is a comfortable healthy meal. So what is our objective for today? Our objective is to reposition Tata Sampann Khichdi Mix as a modern superfood meal combined with health, convenience and traditional authenticity. Our goal is to establish it as a master brand in ready to cook by appealing to our multi-generational household and health consumer. For the secondary market inside, we can see that ready to cook market growth is in India is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 7.83, and it for the consumer behavior, we can see 48% are willing to pay for a premium health-oriented clean label product. In the competitive and landscape, what we infer is that there is a gap in premium superfood enriched ready-to-cook meal section targeting health-conscious millennial. So what is the opportunity for us over here? The opportunity is that we reposition khichdi as a modern superfood meal which is convenient, easy to cook, health focused, which cater to multi-generational, that include nutritional diversity and regional flavor. Next slide, please.
So, as discussed, our big idea is to reposition Tata Sampan Khichdi Mix as a premium modern RTC offering. So, we are reimagining the comfort meal that is khichdi. And for that, our key consumer personas that we have taken here include health enthusiasts, busy professionals, and family providers. So, for the khichdi mix, the product features that we have taken into consideration include the inclusion of 11 super grains like lentils, quinoa, ragi, jowar, bajra, and other millets as well, so that our khichdi mix is high in protein, fiber, as well as other essential micronutrients. And it is also free from artificial preservatives, colors, or flavors. Now, the key differentiators include that our khichdi mix is modern, yet it has authentic traditional Indian flavors. It has a health-centric appeal as it is a clean label product, and it is convenient as it is ready to eat in only 10 to 15 minutes. And it is also versatile as we have included various different variants for different consumer needs, which include variants like protein packed khichdi, millet khichdi, superfood khichdi, traditional khichdi, and also other regional flavors in which the spice sachets will be provided separately inside the packet. So, moving on to the next slide.
So, yeah, so our go-to-market strategy is built on smart pricing, premium packaging, and a multi-channel distribution network to maximize reach and adoption. So for pricing, we offer single-serve packs at 50 to 70 for quick meals and family packs at 150 to 200 for larger households, which ensures flexibility and value. Our packaging is eco-friendly, premium, and resealable, keeping the product fresh while clearly highlighting the health benefits like high protein and gluten-free. To ensure strong in-store visibility, we focus on eye-level shelf placement and end cap displays and in-store sampling supported by the bold promotional materials and branded retail displays. Also, our distribution strategy spans across the modern trade, e-commerce, and traditional retail, which could also target the institutional sales in gyms, defense canteens, hospitals, and corporate cafeterias. A structured distribution channel table is also provided, which ensures that Tata Sampan Khichdi Mix becomes the go-to RTC meal across the consumer segment. Moving on to the next slide.
So for the promotional strategy, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go for the digital campaign in which we will go with a hashtag Super Khichdi Challenge, where we'll be providing recipes and our consumer can also post their recipes and we will be building a community in that. For the influencer market, we can go for a collaboration with nutritionist, chef, and fitness influencer who will act as a Tata Sampan ambassador. Traditional marketing include TV, print media, and magazine, and in-store promotion include discount combo and free sampling. And there will be a loyalty program as well. For the institutional sampling, we can go for the chef engagement and institutional outreach, where we can collect feedbacks and we can do networking for the same. So what lies for us now is improving brand recall with the innovative packaging. So our tagline include 11 grain, 1 khichdi for all generation, 11 anaj, sehatmand swad ka raaj. So we can go for the interactive content as well. Next slide, please.
So our financial strategy for Tata Sampan Khichdi Mix is built on the strong revenue growth, sustainable margins, and long-term profitability. We project the revenue to grow from 63 crores in year 1 to 140 crores by year 3, driven by the expanding RTC market and increasing consumer penetration. With a target audience of 50 million urban households, we aim for 4 to 5% of penetration in the year 1, leveraging the modern trade, e-commerce, and traditional retail, which will contribute 20 to 25% of the sales by the year 3. On the cost front, material costs will remain at 60% of the revenue, while the marketing and logistics cost will decline from 40% to 30% as we scale up. The EBITDA margins will improve from break-even in year 1 to 10% in year 3, which will be driven by the higher volumes and cost optimization. So 6.7 crores of initial investment would be recovered by the year 2, ensuring a positive cash flow and setting the stage for product expansion and sustained market leadership. Moving on to the next slide.
So for implementation, which will be conducted in 4 phases, in the first 2 months, we will start with product testing, packaging, and channel setup. In the next 2 months, we can launch digital campaigns and influencer partnerships. In the third phase, which is the 5th month, we can start with in-store promotions and roll out sampling kiosks. And in 6th month onwards, we can evaluate the performance of these campaigns and optimize based on the customer feedback that we receive. We have also set out various targets that you can see in this KPI table. Does 20 million impressions through social media, 30% sampling conversion, and 40% repeat buyers, etc. We have also identified the various risk and mitigation strategies as well. For example, there might be competition from established RTC players, which we can mitigate with differentiation, product differentiation. Thus, with these strategies, we can make Tata Sampann Khichdi mix as not just another product but a revolution in how India eats. It is thus a fusion of tradition and modern convenience, becoming a meal that nourishes while also fitting into the fast-paced lifestyle of New India. Thus, this is our chance to redefine what it means to eat healthy in India. Thank you, and these are the annexures that we have attached. Thank you. We are open to Q&A.
Thank you so much, team. We'll now open the floor for questions. Judges, over to you.
Thank you. Thanks, team aficionados. Really excited about your khichdi. Now, if you can, come to your big idea slide. I had a couple questions there. To ask you is, have you created any of these khichdis? Because the grains are all available, right? So have you mixed like 2 or 3 millets and tried yourself? And what was your experience?
I personally come from a regional, like a rural kind of a background, and my grandmother used to mix 3-4 khichdis like jawar, bajra, and we corn for that reason, and with some sort of a wheat as well. I personally tried it, and be it in a sweet flavor or maybe it in a sour with some sort of a curd. I really used to like it, and my favorite was eating with some milk and jaggery altogether. So the taste altogether was for whatever was available in my area was really nice to me actually.
Okay, Chani, see, I just wanted to ask you quickly that, we've got so many millets here. There's lentils, there's also, you've got quinoa, which is actually not native to India. So if you are to look at it from a nutritional perspective, all of these have different degrees of nutrition. Okay, there's some are higher in fiber, some are higher in protein. Bajra will take a longer time to cook. So when you build that mix, it's important that you're blending the right ingredients. Otherwise, the kitchen is not going to come out right. It's going to be a really bad
That's
one.
true.
So I'm just going to ask the team, which is if I had to, if you had to put one flagship product out there, and the rest of that is range. You put the range at the back, but one hero product.
One hero product I think should be the 11 super green khichdi, since it can be really a differentiator in the market, as we can market it that there is like 11 super grains in this khichdi, which includes these, as we have mentioned here, the various millets and dals. So I think we are positioning that as our hero product.
Go ahead. I have another question too, but anybody else on the jury, go ahead.
Go on, Magashi. Go on.
Go on.
Okay, so Alisha, you just actually led me to ask you this question. When you say 11, तो ये कौन से 11 होगी? And I can bet you that the reason we're not making 11 grains का खिचड़ी today because cooking temperatures and their overall output is really at varying degrees. So I'm not even sure that they'll blend together well for the consumer. So can you tell us what are the 11 grains you're thinking, and why do you think they're the optimal mix that will be good for anybody's diet?
Yes, the 11 grains we have mentioned here as follows that the moong dal, masoor dal, and the various millets like jowar, bajra, foxtail millet, uh, quinoa, ragi, and amaranth. These are the 11 super grains as we have mentioned here. And as for the cooking time, I think varying the sizes of the various grains, we can manage the cooking time for to even out the cooking time throughout the mix.
Okay, I have my doubts. There's, the millets actually they're grown in different parts. They cook at different places. They're also seasonal in some cases. So I'm not sure the 11 grains would be the best idea to put out. Is there any other one that you think can be good enough?
In what we even thought about those regional variations and the cooking time as well, but I think this 11 super grain khichdi considering, as you already mentioned, the portions and the cooking time, they do vary. But if we like lentils cook like let's say lentil cooks in 10 to 20 minutes, we can break down into pieces. And bajra and jowar, as I know that before bringing into the production, they are washed before then, and they are some sort of a weaning is done. So I think if we work on those lines, how like pre process are done to these millets and these super grains, I think it will be a very optimal meal, optimal mix in my team opinion. And not only that, and we can even control the portion, like we can put more of a lentil and jowar in that case, and maybe a less of a chia seeds and amaranth. And these grains hold a very great nutritional value, like from a protein to fiber, and very good for health and gut and skin in that case. That is what we perceive from this.
Okay. So Bhagishri, can I just go ahead, or
Go ahead,
maybe
go
Partha?
ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, I think great idea. So just tell me, I think in the world of all these Swiggies and Zomatos, I don't know how big is this RTC category, to be precise, and why would somebody eventually come only to this product category specifically for khichdi, when everybody has access to those Swiggies and Zomatos today, and there are many restaurants serving this kind of products. Yeah, and you can have it within less than 10 minutes, right? So what would be the relevance of this product category?
Sir, as you mentioned that the things are readily available considering the quick commerce thing, but what we are suggesting, like, see, khichdi is something which is very close to everyone's heart. Be it is a child, it is eaten in the childhood, from our childhood, it has been fed to us. Be it our grandparents, be it a aging population, be it like a student like us. I live in a PG, and every Sunday we are served as a khichdi in the dinner for the Sunday part. And considering the khichdi comes as a very good, like a soul food to everyone. Like we celebrate Pongal, Makar Sankranti, and other festivals on the same day of 13th or 14th of January. Every household make a khichdi for that reason. I think this is the reason we put it over there. And as you mentioned that Swiggy and Zomatos are available, right? But how can you trust, considering things are coming, like people have hygiene concern as well. And if you cook something in front of your eyes in like 10 to 15 minutes, I think that gives you a more of a satisfaction than ordering from online.
Thank you, sir.
Also, can I add another thing? So it also appeals to the emotional and nostalgic feeling that you're cooking something at home. Since khichdi really is a traditional meal that really appeals to people. So cooking at home with this ready to uh, cook khichdi mix can also tap into that emotional and nostalgic feeling in the minds of people.
Right.
Thank
Right. And like we have also suggested the institutional sales, like areas like canteens, cafeterias, and different segments where these nutritional things can add a lot of value. And also the midday meals which are offered in many states, like it can be a very good product positioning in those places.
Great.
Thank you, team.
Thank you so much, team Aficionado, for the comprehensive presentation.
Oh.
I think it's time to move on to the next team. Next, we have Team Ilish, Shubhendu, Sadiman, and Aditya from SCMHRD Pune. All the best, team. Looking forward to a great pitch Would request you to share your presentation in the full screen mode. Yeah. Over to you, Dev.
Good evening, panelists. We are team Ilish from SCMHRD Pune, and I am Shubhendu along with my teammates Aditya and Satiman. And today we present our solution for Tata Consumer Products Limited Grow Beyond Better 2025 case competition. We chose to improve and expand Tata Sampan's portfolio in regional blended spice market. We conducted interviews with 50 participants and surveyed 90 consumers across tier 1 to tier 4 cities to gain deeper insights. The findings were clear. 81% were willing to pay a premium price. 97% were eager to try freshly grounded masalas. However, quality remained a top concern.
India is one of the largest spice consumption markets globally, with spices forming a central part of every meal. The branded spice segment is valued at about 35,000 crores, growing at 16% CAGR. Interestingly, blended spices are leading the growth with a 25% CAGR thanks to the convenience and value addition. With a high material margin of over 50%, the opportunity in blended spices is significant. This makes it a high margin, high growth category with a strong potential for expansion. Next slide, please. The regional blended spice market is currently dominated by regional players catering to localized tastes. For example, in the north, we see brands like Rajesh and Catch, while the south has brands like Achi and Shakti. The big players have also been scaling up, as seen with big investments in brands like Sunrise and Instant. At the same time, consumer feedback highlights dissatisfaction due to issues like poor ingredient quality, lack of authentic ingredients, and inconsistent product differentiation. Next slide, please. Consumers today value authenticity, freshness, convenience, and purity in their spices. Tata Sampann has already tapped into some of these needs, leveraging its salt network. Yet, problems like weak regional focus, generic packaging, and unclear positioning needs to be addressed to stand out in this competitive market.
So to address those gaps and build upon Tata Sampanna's existing strengths, we are excited to introduce Tata Sampanna Virasat Masala. We are bridging the gap between age-old traditions and modern cooking needs by delivering authentic, freshly grounded, preservative-free regional masalas. Today's consumers seek convenience without compromising authenticity. This is where Virasat Masalas stand out, offering the richness of regional flavors with the ease and trust of Tata. Now, how do we stand apart in the crowded masala market? Unlike big FMCG players who focus on mass production with generic blends, they emphasize authenticity and freshness. Against regional brands, we leverage Tata's trust and nationwide distribution while maintaining local authenticity. Compared to D2C brands, which offer premium masalas with limited reach, we bring both premiumization and accessibility. And within the Tata Sampanna's existing portfolio, we fill the gap by introducing stronger regional storytelling and culturally inspired packaging. This multi-layered differentiation makes Virasat Masalas a category disruptor. Moving on to the packaging, this is where trust meets storytelling. Our packaging reinforces trust, authenticity, and convenience through its design. A clearer window allows consumers to see the freshness, the masala before they buy. A QR code provides access to recipes, spice origin blends, details, and cultural significance, immersing consumers in the heritage behind every blend. The resellable eco-friendly pouch is made of 95% recyclable material, aligning with Tata Consumer's products' sustainability goals. Most importantly, we emphasize that our masalas are packed within 24 hours of grinding, preserving these essential oils, aroma, and true flavor. This not only guarantees freshness, but also assures customers that they are getting the closest experience to traditional home-ground masalas without the effort. With Tata Sampann Virasat, we are offering more than just spice blends. We are delivering a cultural experience packed for the modern Indian kitchen.
We analyzed Panch Foreign offerings across market players and found no major FMCG brands offers it nationwide, revealing a significant gap. With this, we make Panch Foreign accessible, premium, and true to its heritage.
To understand and cater to our customers better, we created different target personas. First is Maya Sarabhai, a busy homemaker seeking authentic and hassle-free masalas. Second is Rosesh Sarabhai, a millennial foodie exploring premium and regional flavors. While the third is Monisha Sarabhai, who values freshness and affordability in authentic masalas.
We have selected Bengaluru, Delhi, Chennai, Bombay, Kolkata, and Pune for our launch, targeting areas with highest potential for reach and impact. In the first phase, we will launch Panchforan, Kanda Masala, Chettinad Masala, and Gunpowder Masala. In the year 2, we will expand to the rest of the Tier 1 and select Tier 2 cities, followed by a pan-India expansion in year 3.
In our first phase, our strategies involves securing prominent placements in modern trade outlets and leveraging a robust e-commerce platform. To drive trial and build early momentum, we'll distribute sample packs in tandem with other Tata Sampann products and engage consumers through in-store testings, focused digital campaigns. This targeted launch is designed to establish a stronger presence and create lasting awareness among discerning consumers. Building on to the initial success, phase 2 and phase 3. Show me the next slide, please. We'll expand our footprint further. In phase 2, we'll plan to extend our reach into additional Tier 1 cities and select Tier 2 markets, such as Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Kochi, Nashik, Indore, and Bhubaneswar. By broadening our retail network and tailoring regional-specific campaigns, then in phase 3, our goal is nationwide expansion. Leveraging Tata's extensive distribution network and strategic partnership, we will solidify Virasat Masalas as the go-to choice for authentic regional flavors across the country. This phased approach ensures a steady build-up of brand equity while maintaining a premium positioning. Finally, we explore the Virasat experience. Our campaign, Bharat Ka Swad Tata Sampann Ke Saath, is all about forging an emotional connection with our consumers by blending tradition with modernity. Tata brand captures a significant share of the rapidly growing blended spice market, valued at over 2,500 crore. In doing so, we set the stage for deep market penetration and enduring consumer loyalty.
Based on the Venn Western Dob analysis, we determined an optimal price of 93. With a 60% markup, the cost of Panchforan masala is set at rupees 150 for 100 grams. Our conservative approach projects a total revenue of 50 crores over a span of 5 years, with a CAGR of 20%. We have also allocated 10% of our first-year revenue for free sampling. Our model estimates a gross margin of 54%, while the net margin is expected to start at 22% in the launch year and rise to 35% by the 4th year. With this, we would like to conclude our presentation. Thank you. This is the appendix.
Thanks a lot, team. We'll now open the floor to questions.
Hey, thank you guys. Pretty interesting. So just help me understand this. You said that you will pick up the masalas and then pack them within 24 hours. It's a very hyper local business model, right? Also, it is sold at a significant premium. How big do you think the TAM is going to be?
So for our initial, can you move to the slide where we have the app? Yes. No, not this one. So, sir, for our initial analysis for the 4 spices that we are launching in the first year, we assessed a TAM of 2,500 crores, out of which we assumed a 20% penetration. Shubhendu, can you please move to the next?
TAM at 150 rupees, right? I mean, 60% premium,
yes,
you're saying
yes,
the
yes,
TAM
yes.
is? Okay, okay. Go ahead.
Out of which we have a 20% of population who will be aware, that is 500 crore. 10% who will show intent to buy, that is 50 crore. And 10 crore, which is 20%, who will make the final purchase.
Sure. So quickly, please help me understand how will you manage the supply chain? You said that I will be selling through e-com. However, I will pack within 24 hours of getting those and then maintain freshness and authenticity and all of that. How is that possible?
Aditya, if you can talk about the packaging, then I'll
Yes.
talk about e-commerce.
So we are not saying that the masalas are packed after sourcing and ready to reach the customers. We are saying that when they reach the facilities, they are grounded, and in 24 hours they are packed, and then they are stored. So the packaging itself preserves the masala. It's not that we are giving them the masala within 24 hours of grinding.
Awesome. Thank you. Over to others.
Sure. I'm going to ask you a question related to your marketing idea. If you can go to where you're telling us the range, there's a slide you've got where Panchphoran, Kanda Lasun, etc. is there. My question is that, as you were telling Parth, the pricing premium is much too high. And from our experience, if there are already heritage players in the region, we're not going to succeed with launching, Tata Sampann, Virasat Masala or Panchphoran in the east. So if I told you that we'll have to market this idea as a cross-pollination idea, if you had to take the Panchphoran, which is for the east, and make it an idea that can be appealing to the west or the north of the country. Similarly, if you would take the Kanda Lasun idea from the west and take it up north or down south, what would your proposition be like? You can take a minute to think about it.
Actually, we are not actually suggesting that we would beat the local major players. Like for Panchphoran, if we consider that Sunrise in Kolkata, we have basically chosen cities in such a way who have a high migrant population. So, for example, if I am a Bengali who's living in Ahmedabad and want that experience or want that quality of Panchphoran available there, so that is not Sunrise is not available in Ahmedabad. So what we want to do is create a brand which is making these regional offerings available nationwide.
Are you saying that Panchphoran, which has a high total addressable market in the east, will not be launched in the east, but will go to the south, and likewise for the others?
No. We would be launching it similarly in all the areas. But however, our aim is not to beat the local players in their local market, but our main aim is to make these regional offerings available nationwide so that people who want to enjoy these offerings in other states may also have those options available from a trusted and reputable brand.
Who's the consumer going to be? If are you saying that I'm a Bengali consumer in the south, and you're going to, and if I were in Bengal, I'd be using the local brand, and I go down south and I start using Sampann. What is the overlap? Do I need to be a Tata Sampann consumer to upgrade? Or would I need to be a Sunrise consumer to try this? Where is the source of business going to come?
I would like to answer this one. As you see that there are already shortcomings in here. So even if you are a purchaser of Sunrise or you are some other brand, there are shortcomings. Now, what Tata would do is at the beginning, they would try to target the persons who are migratory, but that does not mean that we won't be competing at all in the regional market.
I will also add that Sunrise itself is not a premium brand, so they're not offering any premium offerings. So if the consumers of the region require a premium product, they would obviously move to Tata Sampann and not to Sunrise.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a straight question because I'm not sure I've understood your answer. The consumer who's going to buy Tata Sampann Virasat Masala, who are we likely to get business from more? A Sunrise consumer who switches to Tata Sampann, or a Tata Sampann regular blends and pures masala consumer who will upgrade to Panchphoran? Who is going to give us likely higher business?
We would say a consumer who is actually using Sunrise and is looking for a more premium range and a more authentic brand. Someone who is looking for the authentic taste and brand quality of Tata would be the main target consumer. And since Sunrise is not available in other states, for other states, everyone is our customer, whoever is looking for Panchphoran.
Are you sure you get the consumer like that to switch?
Yes.
That's
Because
what we.
Mm-hmm.
So we interviewed almost 50 people in Pune. Almost 20 of them were Bengalis, and most of them are willing to try out Tata Sampann as their as they are not having a premium offering in regional spices here available.
Okay, thank you. Is time up for Q&A?
Yeah, the time is up, Bhagyashree. Do we have any further questions?
Not for me.
I just had one question in case if this time, Anu.
Yeah, sure, Sudhi, please go ahead.
Okay, team, great idea. But see, I think when it comes to an established spice blends, like paneer butter masala, garam masala, I think your chart indicated that there are already, consumer complaints when it comes to authenticity of the flavor and all that, right? So when it comes to these regional, specific flavors that you're talking about, whether it is, those Goda masalas, Kolhapuri masalas, I think the challenge will be much more, dominant. I would say because the regional, nuances of these flavors or these tonalities actually changes, from every household. Forget about region. So how do what could be our approach so that how do we represent one common tonality of a particular masala, of these regional flavors, and how do we overcome this challenge? Any thoughts?
Aditya, can you talk about the packaging and the consistency and flavor?
Yes, sir. So as we see that the regional players don't lack consistency because they are regional players, so they're not all available all over. So for example, if we consider Goda Masala also, we have regional players in every part of Maharashtra, but that doesn't ensure consistency or quality. And like speaking from my experience, Kanda Lasun Masala is a staple in every household in Maharashtra, but there is no product in market that is really catering to the authenticity of a Kanda Lasun Masala in market. So people are always looking forward for such a staple product that is available in market, which is readily available and is from a trusted brand, which does not compromise on quality. Sadhvan, can you add to it?
Just like to add that that's where our packaging within 24 hours comes in. So what we are aiming for is that wherever you stay in India, you will get your home flavor there. It's not that you have to order from somewhere, you have to get it from Kolkata to experience the Panch Foron, the smell, the essence of Panch Foron. You will always be, the Panch Foron of Tata Sampann will always be available wherever you go in India.
Okay, so Diman, and if you ask my view, that's going to be very challenging to manage in the in the supply chain. But nevertheless, I think that's for us to explore in the due course. But thanks for the response.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone. All the best, Team Ilish. Let's move on to the next team, Phoenix, Saurabh, Deepthi, and Palak from IIM Bangalore. Team, trust you're all set to bring forth your A game. Over to you. Please share your presentation in the full screen mode.
Yes, ma'am, I have shared it. Hope it is visible.
Yes, it's visible. We can start.
Yeah. So we'll like to start this presentation with one small video. Isn't that nostalgic? Yes, I guess. So pickles, a tiny jar filled with big flavors, centuries of tradition, and a punch of innovation. So pickle industry is a 7,000 crore market in India, divided into unorganized and organized sector. Organized sector is poised to increase its market share from 25% today to 40% by 2032. Pickle reaches to customer via various channels like general trade, modern trade, e-commerce, and institutional channels. So on industry level, it looks moderately attractive, reason being to low risk factors and to high risk factors. And the market is driven by the strong demand for the traditional, premium, and health conscious products. And Tata Sampanna, which is known for its quality assurance and a deep customer trust, is uniquely positioned to redefine this space. Handing over to Palak.
Thank you, Saurabh. So this idea struck us while sitting in our college mess. We noticed many students bringing homemade pickles from home, triggering craving among others. We began to wonder, why isn't there an easily available, high quality pickle that feels just like home? Curious, we checked online. To our surprise, the options were very limited. Even in the local market, pickles were sold in open jars exposed to pollution, with no assurance of quality or hygiene. Recognizing this gap, we engaged in consumer interviews with students, family, and friends to understand the consumer motivation, preferences, and the unmet needs. These insights shaped our product positioning, communication strategy, and marketing approach. We discovered three distinct customers, each with unique challenge. So meet Akash, a 28-year-old male living in the city of Mumbai, juggling between work and life. He loves eating pickles with rice and roti, but the options are very limited. The market only offers one common flavor, that is mango, and unbranded pickle are a no-go for him. They are too oily and unhealthy. He wants a cleaner and healthier alternative. Meet our second consumer, Priya, an expecting mother living in US. She craves pickles she grew up eating, but carrying them from India is a hassle. Heavy jars, logistical nightmares, and almost no reliability of brands available abroad. She represents a huge export market waiting to be untapped. Meet our third consumer, Pallavi, a working woman from Hyderabad who has two kids, whose kid tell her that her friend bring mango achar or Gujarati chunda, just like from the tiffin. She wants to give them what they love, but doesn't trust the unhygienic pickles sold in the market. Making them at home is time consuming, so she needs a brand she can trust. There is where we come in. Tata Sampann Pickles, bridging gap between this offering. First, we have homestyle pickle backed by trusted brands. Low oil, preservative free healthy options, convenience and variety with regional flavors and modern packaging. We are not just selling pickles, we are reviving tradition, preserving culture, and bringing the taste of home to every plate. Next slide, please. So here comes our big grand idea. Our big idea is in line with Tata Sampann's tagline, Sarvagun Sampann, bringing India's traditional authentic pickle flavors with added health benefit. India's traditional pickles are fading, but we are determined to keep these age-long flavors alive. At Tata Sampann, we are on the mission to take regional flavors beyond state borders. So we here bring in 5 prototypes. First one is from Gujarat, Gujarati Mithas, a sweet delight from the state of Gujarat. Second, we have Kerala Konchun Achar from Kerala. Then we have Takkali Urugai from Tamil Nadu, Nimbu Jalonj from Maharashtra, and Lal Mirch Achar from Rajasthan to every Indian home. Each jar isn't just a product, it's a story, a taste of nostalgia, a connection to our root. But we know that traditional pickles come up with modern challenges. Oil messy, bulky jars, and wasted leftovers. That's why we reimagined our pickle consumptions with smaller, resealable pouches and with a very innovative stainer spoon, making it easier, cleaner, and fresher. And because taste should not come with compromise of health, we crafted low formulation, probiotic enriched, and even olive oil based variants, all with no added artificial preservatives. Now I would like to hand over to Deepthi for the financials and the GTM. Thank you.
Thank you, Palak. So let's take you through a strategy to win this market, the go-to-market strategy for Tata Sampann's pickle line, focusing on communication, positioning, distribution to drive consumer awareness, adoption, and long-term brand success. We have identified 4 key consumer personas: the bargain hunters, the early adopters, the health-conscious consumers, and the foodies. To engage them, we have crafted distinct campaign taglines that resonate with their preference. To reach them, we have developed a roadmap for marketing launch, which starts with pre-launch, that is 1 to 2 weeks before the product launch, which involves ad in major newspapers along with regional publications. 1 to 2 months after launch, we have promotional events and banner ads at the malls and public places. Then we have a post-launch, which involves massive digital push through MasterChef tie-ups with Sanjeev Kapoor, who is already our brand ambassador. We will also occupy prime shelf space in Kirana stores and shopping marts to ensure visibility. Tactical initiatives like free samples in religious places, which will increase trial and adoption. We also have mentioned some creative competitions to let consumers suggest new flavors, making them feel involved in brands innovation. Distribution strategy involves Tata split route implementation and expanded urban reach, focusing on omnichannel distribution involving institutional channels like railway lines, Horeca, corporate offices, colleges. We can also leverage airlines like Air India and Vistara to introduce our pickles in travel meals, a great touch point. Partnering with Taj Hotels will further reinforce our premium positioning. Complimentary pickle sachets with Tata Sampann's ready-to-eat meals will encourage first-time users. We will utilize Mavic TCPL Salesforce automation tool to streamline order taking collection, and real-time inventory tracking. We will also have quick commerce push via high visibility ads on Zepto, Blinkit, and Instamart. As for our manufacturing strategy, the quality of pickle depends on raw materials used. Hence, we plan on providing the highest quality raw materials and then partnering with reputed pickle manufacturers centrally to maintain the authentic flavors while keeping the costs in check and assuring quality through strict SOPs. The same white labeling model which Tata Sampann currently employs for their spices line. Moving forward on how the financial feasibility for this project will pan out. Explaining the table first, we have structured a financial approach around penetration, consumer segmentation, and regional preferences, divided into two options, either to start with metro cities or the tier 1 cities. This aligns with Tata's growth patterns and general FMCG trends. As per our conservative projected penetration calculations, we will be breaking even in approximately 20 months, and NPV is positive considering different discount rates of 6% and 8%. If we look at competitor benchmarking, our MRP of 180 places us in premium yet accessible segment, aligning with Tata's strategy in affordable, premium, and health-oriented food categories. Our execution plan involves phase 1 to 12 months, which is pilot and initial rollout. Phase 2, brand building and expansion. Phase 3, nationwide export and expansion. And the final phase 4, that is sustainable growth and CSR. We have also mentioned the revenue and cost synergies which we have for the pickle business line. No plan is perfect without the challenges and mitigation strategies. So we have also mentioned the challenges and mitigation strategies. Those are consumer trust, SKU complexity, and the price sensitivity and market fragmentation, which is quickly tackled with leveraging storytelling and transparency for consumer trust. For SKU complexity, we have prioritizing high demand players initially and then expanding on other players. And then the final takeaways are we have 36% contribution margin, ensuring strong profitability. This financially sound, data backed roadmap ensures that our market entry is efficient, cost effective, and high growth driven. So, yeah, so this is our plan for the Tata Sampan's achar blend. We also have the annexures after this, and now we are open for the questions.
Thanks a lot, team. The floor is open for questions.
Okay, so let me just pick it up. Team, I think the hyperlocal pickle, is a great idea, but I'm not too sure about the health and wellness angle to it. See, as per my understanding, so nobody uses preservatives in pickles, because at the end of the day, the salt and the oil and the acids that you have would eventually take care of any microbial contamination. The second, the probiotic enriched, I don't think that any probiotic would eventually survive in a environment of pickles. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think that these are quite the health and wellness uh, may not be a relevant angle for the pickles for the reasons that I mentioned. But I think hyperlocal style, the flavor options is something that I think is a good pitch. Yeah.
If you had to, I'm just taking a cue from what Sudi said. If you had to reposition this a little, because we know from experience that the consumer kind of does lip service to health and wellness. So if you were to position for a moment, if you think a little maverick and you had to position this a little differently than the one you have done right now, what, given that now new information from R&D, that this is really not viable, then how else would you position? I'm sure you must have debated and played devil's advocate on a few other ways to position it. Can you tell us how you would do it if you weren't doing it this way?
Deepti, would you like to take this up?
Yeah. So for this, as mentioned, the health benefits, as you mentioned, that there is no, like generally the added preservatives. Basically, we checked many labels and there was mention of some food grade preservatives mentioned. And for that, because we also wanted to add the health factor, because as Tata Sampann is both affordable and health. So if we would want to reposition it, we will try to leverage this health factor more in the way, because we when we searched, we found out that we could use cold press oil instead of the regular ones, to maintain the, even as we have mentioned, we are also going to have non-veg. So the cold press oil is going to help us in that. And besides that, for the probiotics, there are some natural probiotics, like for example, which is not going to give us not going to spoil the flavor. For example, the fermented mustard seeds and fenugreek seeds, which have lactobacillus trail, which can be added, which also does not remove the flavor that we are trying to give. And there are also some other, like kanji water, which gives that flavor. So we can give a health angle to it. Now coming to repositioning, what ma'am would say, repositioning this pickle would be, as we mentioned, this was hyper locally, but it was centralized. Like we were not focusing on producing it hyper locally. It was going to be produced centralized with SOPs. So we will still propagate is as authentic, because right now there are no players with authentic flavors. Even if we miss the health factor, we will still position is that authentic and regional flavors, giving you the regional taste.
Now, let me tell you, actually, I hail from Maharashtra, and I can tell you that whatever we test with consumers in the moment of truth, it is a signature, a taste signature that they go after. So, they would go after, and they won't even go after a mother's pickle so much. They'll go after what is, locally in their radius much liked, because it's a taste that is set across generations. Then you will need to break this for them to try a Tata Sampann pickle, right? So what would you take to them? And I can tell you that saying that over a TVC is not going to work. So who would be the right people to persuade? If you were to choose people who would, you don't have to tell me big names, but I'm just trying to assess your thinking on, for me, if I had to get persuaded, it won't work for me if a celebrity came online.
Yeah.
It'll have to be someone a little more serious than that. So, in your assessment, what does the consumer need to get persuaded?
Ma'am, I would like to take this up. Ma'am, we are targeting urban, young, and household people who are ready to experiment, as well as they also have a traditional belonging to it. So, so the youngsters like us who are away from their home and are missing the traditional taste of the pickle are the ones which we would be starting out with. Because I'm also from Maharashtra. I'm living at Bangalore, and I miss that traditional pickle of my home. So we are exactly providing that. On top of that, the health factor that we are getting, the health, including the hygiene. If I am sourcing the pickle from locally made shop, the hygiene is not ensured. So I think youngsters out there who are away from home, or the nuclear families who belong to some state but are in different state because of their work, will be the right people to try out with first.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have time, or we're almost?
We have another minute, Bhagyashree.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if I say that you had to pick a few influencers to get the consumers to be persuaded, who would your choices be?
I would like to take up on this. So for this, the influencer that we would focus on is people who are housewives majorly, because this is a choice which a mother makes for the family. So the influencer, like I would not want to pinpoint any names, but like the people who come up with the entire family lines. For example, as we show in advertisement, our current advertisement, the influencers that we are using, which show our pulses lines, and also I think those same influencers could be used who are like moms and the youth which are in different places. Like beer biceps could be used for propagating the healthy as well as these good pickles. And besides influencers, we can, as mentioned ma'am, not just that, we will also have to give them trial packs. As you mentioned, there is a peculiar taste, and unless and until people experience that taste, they are not going to buy it. So we will have to have many on-ground tactical initiatives, like we mentioned. For Maharashtra, what I would say is many people visit many traditional places. For example, we have Trimbakeshwar, Shirdi. Just taking an example of Maharashtra, where we could have samples available for the people. And along with that, we have various like spice blends and ready to eat mix. So we could have small sachets of these pickles, which are going as a trial pack to the customers with any order that they have, which is going to give them the first time taste. And then they could, then if they want a bulk order, then they can place it in that way. And we will also have a presence on multiple platforms, as I mentioned. So we'll be easily accessible through that route for the same.
Go ahead. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much, Team Phoenix, for the insightful presentation. Last but not the least, we have Team SRK, Sri Lakshmi, Riya, and Karthik from Bitsaw, Mumbai. All the best, folks. Hope you all are ready. Would request you to share the presentation in full screen mode, please.
Sure.
Yes, perfect. Can see it.
All
Over.
right. Okay. Good afternoon to the esteemed jury. We are incredibly humbled by the opportunity to present our ideas before you. We would like to welcome you to the research and monitoring labs of Team SRK, that's short for Sri Lakshmi, Riya, and Karthik. My colleagues and I have conducted extensive market research to understand consumer needs and come up with 2 products to expand Tata Sampan's product portfolio, solidifying its presence as a master brand in the Indian pantry. Before we discuss the products, I will walk you through our ideation process. So we basically identified 3 major trends in the urban FMCG space in India. Firstly, there has been a major shift towards premiumization. As one can see from this graph, premium products today contribute 27% to the total FMCG sales. The next is the rise of the convenience-seeking consumer, who is propelled by the growth of quick commerce and e-commerce. The third trend is a resurgence of the desire for natural and organic ingredients. As we forayed further into developing a product, we observed the Tata Sampann portfolio consisted of a few cooking aids such as Szechuan chutney, soy sauce, ginger garlic paste, and a ready-to-eat and ready-to-cook category of Tata Sampann Yum side. However, what was missing was an authentic Indian bridge to simplify the complexities of Indian food.
Through consumer interviews and surveys, we discovered that the biggest consumer pain point was peeling and chopping ingredients. The second issue was finding the right balance of flavors, and a third problem was managing time. We dissected the customer pain points according to profession, then conceptualized 4 consumer personas, out of which 3 would be our target market. We have created a graph here to showcase the personas and have taken the liberty to pick characters from our favorite show, Sarabhai versus Sarabhai. The first is a retired efficiency seeker, Maya. The second is her 35-year-old son, Rosesh, living and working away from home. And the third is her daughter-in-law, Monisha, the experimental home cook. We have chosen to exclude the category of Indra Vadan with low cooking expertise, low time availability, and high availability of funds because he would rather employ a cook or order food. Now let's take a sneak peek into their kitchens. Household 1 consists of Maya and her husband, the retired 65-year-olds. Maya is a housewife and a bit of a control freak. She does not like anyone entering her kitchen. And scene.
I'm so tired of standing in the kitchen and cooking for more than an hour every day. Even making a simple dal takes too long. Knees are slowly becoming weaker.
Maya, that's a long time to spend in the kitchen. What do you think is so time consuming?
It's the dreaded prep time. Even making a simple pasta requires half an hour of chopping and sauteing onions and tomatoes. I've tried making my own base and storing it, but it spoils far too soon and I don't want to add any preservatives. That's so unnatural. Oh, it's Rosesh, my son, calling from his home in Calcutta.
Household number 2 consists of Rosesh, a 35-year-old working professional who lives alone and often craves the wholesomeness of home food. And scene.
Mama, I miss the food you cooked at home so much. I'm so tired of ordering in, but the convenience is so much more, and cooking is far too much of a hassle.
Ah, beta, I wish there was an easier way to deal with all of these issues.
There is in fact an easier way, Maya, presenting Tata Sampann's Easy Base, a ready-to-use onion and tomato base free of preservatives. It has a long life in the refrigerator and can be used to create numerous dishes such as curries, dal, pasta, pav bhaji, etc. All you have to do is boil the dal, add Easy Base, and cook. This saves around 25 minutes of prep time. Maya can cook food in about half an hour, and Rosesh can make his favorite dishes without chopping anything. This fits right into the TCPL portfolio and also leverages economies of scope, which can be gleaned from products such as ginger garlic paste, Tata salt, Simply Better oil, etc. On the pricing front, we have deployed tiered pricing across different product sizes and taken the premium route. This product will initially be urban focused and distributed majorly through channels of the future, that is modern retail, e-commerce, and quick commerce. We will also leverage TCPL's institutional partnerships to target HoReCa and diversify to army establishments and innovate on recyclable packaging for international expansion. For our promotion strategies, we will leverage the mass appeal of Chef Ranveer Brar, both in store through his YouTube channel with 8 million subscribers. Additionally, we have conceptualized an ad called the Thank You Mom campaign that we will dive into shortly. Now, let's head back to the Sarabhai household once again. We enter the world of Monisha Sarabhai, the experimental and young home cook who lives at home with her husband Sahil and Seen.
Sahil's office colleagues are coming home. I really want to make something special and home cooked for them. But I really don't know how to make all these complicated gravies and tikkas. I suppose I'll have to order in. Oh, a call from Rosesh Bhaiya.
Monisha Bhabi, I'm so sick of ordering in every time I crave a chicken tikka or a mustard fish. I'm a bit cash strapped with the down payment for my car, and now I need a quick solution for affordable meals.
We have a quick solution for you, Monisha and Rostesh, presenting Tata Sampan's range of heritage blends or authentic Indian marinades in 5 flavors from across the country. Just mix the marinade with a choice of protein or vegetable along with curd, cook in your preferred way, and serve hot. The pricing is uniform across all flavors at a price of Rs 199 per pack, keeping in mind similar premiums charged by the market. For distribution, we will leverage similar channels as our easy base. We have planned a cross-selling strategy on quick commerce. Our target consumers will search for, let's say, chicken on Blinkit, and our most popular marinades will pop up on the first row as suggested buys along with the chicken, increasing the uptake. For promotions, we will advertise on the landing page of e-com websites such as Amazon.com, utilizing the brand evangelist Sanjeev Kapoor for impact. Now I'll hand over to Sri Lakshmi for financials.
A financial model integrates a thoughtful combination of key assumptions, competitive brand analysis, industry standards, and intuitive logic. To build a pricing strategy, we used a pricing and revenue optimization cube considering 3 dimensions: product, service type, sales channel, customer type. The goal of this analysis was to identify the optimal pricing for each of these elements of the cube and to ensure that these prices evolve over time. We leveraged Van Westendorp's pricing model to understand consumer preferences and buying patterns, calibrated it by Newton-Miller-Smith extension analysis, and validated our findings through a detailed competitive analysis to establish an acceptable price range. When analyzing the cost side of our financials, we carefully factored in economies of scope and economies of scale to create a practical and scalable model that can grow efficiently with demand and reach. Additionally, we incorporated insights through guesstimates and takeaways from the annual report to develop a comprehensive distribution network all across India. Both our strategies are expected to generate revenue of 20 to 30 crore in the first year, with projections suggesting a growth trajectory towards a 150 crore revenue product within 5 years, with a year-on-year growth rate of 45 to 50%. Introducing innovative products like the sachets and marinades, and having a pragmatic implementation plan in place, we are confident that TCPL can further solidify its leadership in the rapidly evolving convenience food sector. Now, we would like to present our advertisement idea for the tomato onion easy base.
हर बार वही खाने की तैयारी
इतना टाइम रोज कौन निकाले?
तब कुकिंग एक टेंशन नहीं, एक प्यार भरा रिचुअल था।
उस स्वाद में सिर्फ माँ का प्यार था। Presenting Tata Sampann Easy Base, made with 100% natural ingredients and no preservatives. अब कुकिंग हो गई आसान, बस पैक खोलिए, मिक्स कीजिए और हर बाइट में असली घर जैसा स्वाद, क्योंकि वक्त की कमी का मतलब स्वाद की कमी नहीं होना चाहिए।
Thank you for this opportunity, and we are open to questions.
Thanks a lot, team, for that great performance. Over to the jury for questions, please.
Hey, thank you guys. I love the ad. I think we should do this more often, beyond the case study time of the year, because we're getting an advertisement as a part of submission, so that's great. Okay, guys, I have one very practical question. When I say Tata Sampann, largely consumers and even actually not just consumers overall, whatever testings we've done is looked at as an Indian brand. So, I completely understand, your first idea, but when I speak of marinade, it feels a little like, marinade is a Western concept, doesn't fit under Sampan. So, I don't know if, we'll launch marinades because they don't intuitively feel Indian. So, I'm going to ask you a challenge question. If you had to rename it so it sounds Indian, what would it be? And if I say that it can't come under Sampan, then which other, and I'm just going to go a little wider here, which other brand do you think in the Tata Sampan portfolio can do marinades?
Thank you, Bhagyashree, for the question. So yeah, we did think of marinades and it being an inherently global concept. But we also did notice that with the rise of quick commerce and with urbanization increasing at such a fast pace, we sort of felt like marinades would now be more easily adopted. That was something we were thinking of. Which category it would fit into? Perhaps maybe Tata Yum Side it could fit into, because I see Tata Yum Side as something which consumers perceive as perhaps more global, sort of mix between the two. Renaming, I think I'll let my teammates take that up. What do you guys think? How should we rename those two?
Well, I believe even when we were naming the product, we have called it, blend. So we are not exactly saying marinades in the name of the product. We're calling it heritage blends. So that I think is more Indian in that sense. And yeah, I mean marinades, although is actually a Western concept, but I believe with the recent development of all even the internet and urbanization and everything, people have started to realize how I've started looking at cooking shows even on YouTube. Our own Ranveer Barar and everyone, all of their videos are getting millions of views. So I believe now the Indians are more ready to take up these things and make it their own, I believe. So yeah.
Mhm. I have a follow-up question on, I don't know if they'll understand what you mean by blends, because blends to masale hote hain. But I'll just, I think if you have time left, we'll go into that discussion. But Suli, Parth, Tarun, any questions?
So they're going to go forward?
Yeah, I will. So, guys, I think so. I have one as a query from my side. So while I think ginger garlic paste, I think consumer went about finding some value, but when it comes to tomato and onion base, I have my doubts in case if with consumer would really pursue a value, out of this mix. And end of the day, there is tomato puree which is available in the market. There are many players who are doing it, and even I think the onion paste for that matter. The only the value add that I think this idea would do is that mix this in a certain proportion. So I think I'm not too sure about the differentiation that eventually we would create with this product in the market, which I think when both these products are available in isolation in the in the market out there. So what's the real value that a consumer would see from this product is my doubt.
Right. So I'll take this one. So I believe, and this is something that I'm actually deriving from my own experience during my undergraduation when I was far away from home, and I had to cook for me and three other roommates of mine. We used to make these onion tomato bases and put it in our fridges, and it would stay for at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and we used to keep on taking out 2 or 3 spoons every day, making different sabjis and different dals and everything. So for people like those, students is one of the consumer segments. There are working professionals who don't get much time to come back from their work and then go through the whole process of chopping onions, chopping tomatoes, putting all of the masalas and everything. So therefore I believe our product is more of a complete solution than say a ginger garlic paste or a tomato puree or anything that's available. That's just one particular ingredient. So I believe in that sense we are providing them the value of convenience. First of all, we are saving a lot of time, so all of that prep time that goes into cooking anything, any Indian dal for that matter, especially North Indian food, it's something that we'll basically be creating a bridge for the consumers. So those are the two major value points. If yeah.
Thanks, Karthik. The only point there is eventually it will come with some additional cost. Second, I think they might come with, loaded with preservatives.
So we're made sure that it's not going to be loaded with preservatives. So we're also utilizing something called MATS technology, which I think Tata already is doing, TCPL already has. So that will ensure that the only preservatives that we have is cold pressed oil, and we have a couple of other things like vinegar. So there's no added preservatives in this. And with MATS tech, it actually stays for 12. So the shelf life is 12 months. And in your fridge, once the consumer opens it, it'll be 15 days. And in the freezer, it'll actually be 2 months. And we were actually watching a video of Ranveer Brar where he was making this recipe, and so it's verified that this is the correct amount of time that it'll stay as well.
I've got a question for you on your bottom right. You mentioned when you were presenting that you'll have a Thank You Mom campaign. Can you tell us what that campaign will be about?
Yeah, so we've made a small graphic at the bottom right of the screen, if you can see. It's basically, so Thank You Mom will basically have people using that hashtag and putting it on their Instagram post when they have cooked any recipe that, reminds them of their mother's cooking using our own thing. So so basically what we're trying to position the product is something that reminds you of home, reminds you of your mother cooking. And therefore, for people like of my age and Gen Zs mainly, who who have lost that touch of cooking their own Indian food, it will remind them of their home. So whenever they cook anything, we'll ask them to post it on their stories or on their post using the hashtag Thank You Mom, whenever they use our easy base. So that's the campaign that we thought of.
Thank you. Anushruti, is time up?
Yeah, the time is up.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team SRK. In fact, congratulations to all the teams. Your delivery kept us engaged and impressed throughout. We shall now break for jury deliberation, but stay tuned to find out who bats the winner's title. We'll be back in a few minutes. Requesting the jury to proceed to the breakout room. You'll be getting a pop-up.
सब कुछ ट्राई किया पर वो हैप्पी नहीं क्योंकि तेरा जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट सही नहीं। जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट सिर्फ स्मिथ एंड जोन्स जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट डाले खाने में।
अरे रोयल चट्टी
किसी ने ब्लॉकबस्टर का चट्टी जी हम पास्ता की बात कर रहे थे। बना लेता हूँ वो भी एकदम ब्लॉकबस्टर। पास्ता को लगाओ इटालियन तड़का स्मिथ एंड जोन्स पास्ता मसाला वेरी वेरी टेस्टी।
ये हाथ मिट्टी में जान डाल देते हैं, बड़े प्यार और जतन से पोषण देके उसे कुदरत के दिए तोहफों से सींचते हैं और बड़ी बारीकी से बेहतरीन फसल को चुनते हैं। ये हाथ कभी समझौता नहीं करते। 25 सालों से ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया ऐसे हजारों किसानों के हाथ से हाथ मिलाकर आप तक ला रहे हैं कुदरत का दिया श्रेष्ठ और शुद्ध। ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया, कुदरत की शुद्धता आपके हाथों में।
मंडळी, मला आपल्या छोट्या उस्तादांना एक गंमत विचारायची। आता आपला फिनाले झाल्यानंतर तुम्हा सगळ्यांचा काय प्लॅन आहे?
सिद्धू दादा, आम्ही फिनाले झाल्यानंतर एक पार्टी करणार आहोत।
पार्टी करणार आहात? क्या बात आहे। पण काय मेन्यू काय? पार्टीचा मेन्यू काय?
आपली देसी चायनीज पार्टी।
अरे क्या बात है।
मला तर शेजवान फ्राईड राईस हवाय।
होय?
मला मंचुरियन राईस आणि चाउमिन नूडल्स खायचे आहेत।
बापरे पलाक्षी, तू का अशी शांत बसलीस ग? सेहमीसी तुला काही नकोय का खायला?
अरे सिद्धू दादा, हे सगळं खायचंय, पण हे सगळं चमचमीत जेवण कसं आणि कोण बनवणार हेच मला कळत नाहीये।
अगं तू ह्याचं कसलं टेन्शन घेते? याचं टेन्शन तू काही घेऊ नको। मी तुला एक मस्त ट्रिक सांगतो। माझ्याकडे एक सोल्युशन आहे, चिंग्स चायनीज मसाला। म्हणजे चिंग्स शेजवान फ्राईड राईस मसाला, चिंग्स मंचुरियन मसाला, चिंग्स चाउमिन मसाला आणि चिंग्स पनीर चिली मसाला या क्युरेट केलेल्या देसी चायनीज मसाल्यासह आता तुम्ही तुमच्या कुटुंबासाठी, मित्रमैत्रिणींसाठी घर बसल्या भारतातील आवडते देसी चायनीज पदार्थ बनवू शकता. चविष्ट चाऊमिन नूडल्स, चविष्ट शेजवान फ्राईड राईस किंवा पनीर चिली मसाला हे संपूर्ण जेवण तुम्ही फक्त 4 ते 5 मिनिटात तयार करा आणि देसी चायनीजचा आनंद घ्या. आणि इतकंच नव्हे तर या खाण्याची रंगत वाढेल ती म्हणजे शेजवान चटणीने, महाराष्ट्राचा नवीन ठेचा.
अरे वा सिद्धू दादा, आता हे सगळं ऐकून ना मला असं झालं की कधी हे सगळं खाते. चिंग्स देसी चायनीज म्हणजे एक नंबरच असणार.
राहुल राहुल
चॉकलेटी
टाटा सोलफुल नो मैदा चोको
क्रंची क्रंची चॉकलेटी चोको चोको चॉकलेटी चोको चोको चॉकलेटी
साथ क्रंची ग्रेव्स की शक्ति.
चिंग्स शेजवान चटनी, ये चटनी नहीं रॉकेट है, रॉकेट.
हंसे खेड़े आते थोड़े जे दाल सब्जी come with me. उड़ीदा बत कर, खेती साफ कर, साफ ही तो कर रहा हूँ. गोभी की सब्जी. जी लबान अंदर रेडी है, आ जाओ.
नहीं बस बेटा, और नहीं लेना मैं.
किवे नहीं खाओगे, मेरी बेबे ने बनाया है.
कमाल दा डब्बा लंगर है बेटा. बचपन तो वड्डी दिलदारी अपने सिलेबस विच हुंदी है. अजे ही वड्डे दिल वाली पंजाब दे लई टाटा टी प्रीमियम ने बनाई है वड्डे दाणियां वाली चाह. एक प्याली वड्डे दिल वाली, एक प्याली पंजाब वाली.
ना तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट, ना चर्चे तुम्हारे नाम के, ना होती वाह वाही, ना किस्से तुम्हारे काम के. फिर भी हर रोज सूरज को रेस में हराती हो. सूरज के जागने से पहले कैसे बस अपने काम में लग जाती हो. इतना जोश कहां से लाती हो? ना मैगजीन कवर पर आना है, ना हवाई जहाज उड़ाना है, ना चांद पर जाना है, ना अपना बड़ा नाम कमाना है, ना रात भर जाकर खुद से जुड़ा कोई सपना सजाना है. फिर भी सपनों का कारखाना हर रोज चलाती हो. घर बैठे तुम सिर्फ चाय नहीं, क्रिकेटर, साइंटिस्ट, सुपरस्टार, जाने क्या क्या बनाती हो. तुम सिर्फ चाय ही नहीं छानती, अच्छाई से बुराई भी छान जाती हो. हर रोज खुद में इतना जोश जगाती हो, तभी तो अग्नि कहलाती हो. टाटा टी अग्नि, जोश जगाए हर रोज.
That's me, Nitya. Since childhood, everyone lovingly called me Golu. And with that, they reminded me that Golu can't climb trees.
The ground will crack if she falls. And so will Gomu.
Lead dancer in a college play. Can't be Golu, yeah. And Golu in a parent sack race? No chance. You got to look fit to do all this. And those who look fit are nicknamed as Golu, right? It wasn't I who named myself Golu. Maybe that's why I never behaved like a Golu either. Because I am more than my nickname. Being fit isn't only about looking fit. Tetley Green Tea Immune. The goodness of green tea now with added immunity power of vitamin C. So that you feel fit inside out.
My body can, your body can, everybody can.
Climate change, lack of green cover, of increasing concern.
कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना.
Coming up, more updates on the web.
हम क्या ही कर पाएंगे, ऐसे भी एक एक करने से कोई फर्क थोड़ी पड़ता है. एनीवेज, मैं नहाने जा रहा हूँ.
एक बकेट
एक बकेट अनेक बकेट, एक बूंद से अनेक बूंद, पानी बचाओ बकेट बकेट। एक ढक्कन अनेक ढक्कन, फट से उबले गैस भी बचे, लगाओ ढक्कन और एवरी बर्तन। ऐसे ग्रीन एक्शंस आप रोज ले सकते हैं। इनका फोटो जागोरे.com पे अपलोड कीजिए और अब टाटा टी जागोरे AI आपको बताएगा कि इन ग्रीन एक्शन से कितना फर्क पड़ता है। एक से नहीं अनेक से बने।
বাঙালিরা খাবার নিয়ে খুঁতখুঁতে এতটাই যে খুঁত কথাটাও দুবার বলে। খুঁত খুঁত।
ও কাকু কড়াইশুটির কচুর গাছ ছোলার ডাল চলবে নাকি?
এই দেখো কুচি কুচি করে কাটা নারকোল নেই
না
ও তাহলে খাও না।
খাওয়া যায় নাকি?
নারকোল এদিকে ওল্ডহোল মামার কোল লাগলো বলে গন্ডগোল।
কি গো নাকে রশি দিয়ে লেবু তুলতে গেছিলে নাকি?
গন্ধরাজ লেবুতে নেই গন্ধ।
দোকান করে ফেলা বন্ধ বুঝলে? চলো ওদিকটা দেখি।
নেয়া পাতি হ্যাংলা পেট, আলুতে বাঙালি ডক্টরেট।
কিরে তরকারিটা জন্ডিস হলো না?
সাদা আলু তরকারি, সর্ষে তেল নয় দরকারি। এই যে মক্কেল, তরকারিতে ডাহা ফেল।
কি রে খাসুন দিছে রে ফিশ ফ্রাই যেমন টোপর ছায়া
ফুল গর্ব আজকালকার ইউথ
টোটালি আনকো।
তাহলে চা কেনার সময় এই খুঁতখুঁতানি তো আলবাত থাকবে।
ফ্লেভারটা কোথায়? বাগানে যেতে হবে নাকি?
এক মিনিট, এইতে নিন টাটা টি গোল্ড।
দেখছেন তো লেজেন্ডারি খুঁতখুঁতানি, কারণ খাবার একদম খাঁটি হওয়া চাই। তাই তো আমাদের ফেভারিট টাটা টি গোল্ড, খুঁতখুঁতে বাঙালির মন মতো চা।
लुक्स तो देखो एकदम मस्त। Pretty good taste too, हाँ? इससे बेटर मिलना तो मैं तो टाटा सोलफुल मिलेट म्यूस्ली की बात कर रही थी।
Wholesome grains, 25% crunchy millets, chunky fruits and nuts. Tata Soulful Millet Muesli. Better crunch, wholesome munch.
मेरी दाल खास है।
मेरी दाल में नेचर का प्यार है।
अच्छा इसमें कोई पॉलिश नहीं है?
इसमें पोषण की परत बरकरार है।
ये मेरी दाल
मेरी भी।
क्योंकि इसमें है नेचर का प्यार भरा टाटा संपन्न प्यार भरा। प्यार की चमक तो खुद ही ऐसी होती है कि उसे किसी और चमक की जरूरत नहीं। टाटा संपन्न की अनपॉलिश दाल, इसमें कोई ऊपरी चमक, कोई पॉलिश नहीं, सिर्फ नेचर के प्यार की चमक। टाटा संपन्न अनपॉलिश दाल, क्योंकि इसमें है नेचर का प्यार भरा। तो आप क्या चुनेंगे, साधारण या संपन्न?
सब कुछ ट्राई किया पर वो हैप्पी नहीं, क्योंकि तेरा जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट सही नहीं। जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट सिर्फ स्मिथ एंड जोन्स जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट डाले खाने में जान। स्मिथ एंड जोन्स जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट है खाने की जान।
किसी ने ब्लॉकबस्टर का चटनी के हम पास्ता की बात कर रहे थे, बना लेता हूँ वो भी एकदम ब्लॉकबस्टर। पास्ता को लगाओ इटालियन तड़का, स्मिथ एंड जोन्स पास्ता मसाला, वेरी वेरी टेस्टी।
ये हाथ मिट्टी में जान डाल देते हैं, बड़े प्यार और जतन से पोषण देके उसे कुदरत के दिए तोहफों से सींचते हैं और बड़ी बारीकी से बेहतरीन फसल को चुनते हैं। ये हाथ कभी समझौता नहीं करते। 25 सालों से ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया ऐसे हजारों किसानों के हाथ से हाथ मिलाकर आप तक ला रहे हैं कुदरत का दिया श्रेष्ठ और शुद्ध। ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया, कुदरत की शुद्धता आपके हाथों में।
मंडळी, मला आपल्या छोट्या उस्तादांना एक गंमत विचारायची। आता आपला फिनाले झाल्यानंतर तुम्हा सगळ्यांचा काय प्लॅन आहे?
सिद्धू दादा आम्ही फिनाले झाल्यानंतर एक पार्टी करणार आहोत.
पार्टी करणार आहात? क्या बात आहे. पण काय मेन्यू काय, पार्टीचा मेन्यू काय?
आपली देसी चायनीज पार्टी.
अरे क्या बात है.
मला तर शेजवान फ्राईड राईस हवाय.
होय.
मला मंचुरियन राईस आणि चाउमिन नूडल्स खायचे आहेत.
बापरे पलाक्षी, तू का अशी शांत बसलीस ग? सेहमीसी तुला काही नकोय का खायला?
अरे सिद्धू दादा हे सगळं खायचंय, पण हे सगळं चमचमीत जेवण कसं आणि कोण बनवणार हेच मला कळत नाहीये.
अगं तू ह्याचं कसलं टेन्शन घेते? याचं टेन्शन तू काही घेऊ नको. मी तुला एक मस्त ट्रिक सांगतो. माझ्याकडे एक सोल्युशन आहे. चिंग्स चायनीज मसाला, म्हणजे चिंग्स शेजवान फ्राईड राईस मसाला, चिंग्स मंचुरियन मसाला, चिंग्स चाउमिन मसाला आणि चिंग्स पनीर चिली मसाला या क्युरेट केलेल्या देसी चायनीज मसाल्यासह आता तुम्ही तुमच्या कुटुंबासाठी, मित्रमैत्रिणींसाठी घर बसल्या भारतातील आवडते देसी चायनीज पदार्थ बनवू शकता. चविष्ट चाउमिन नूडल्स, चविष्ट शेजवान फ्राईड राईस किंवा पनीर चिली मसाला हे संपूर्ण जेवण तुम्ही फक्त 4 ते 5 मिनिटात तयार करा आणि देसी चायनीजचा आनंद घ्या. आणि इतकंच नव्हे तर या खाण्याची रंगत वाढेल ती म्हणजे शेजवान चटणीने, महाराष्ट्राचा नवीन ठेचा.
अरे वा सिद्धू दादा, आता हे सगळं ऐकून ना मला असं झालं की कधी हे सगळं खाते. चिंग्स देसी चायनीज म्हणजे एक नंबरच असणार.
राहुल, राहुल,
चॉकलेटी.
टाटा सोलफुल, नो मैदा, चोको.
क्रंची चॉकलेटी, चोको चोको चॉकलेटी, चोको चोको चॉकलेटी.
सब क्रंची क्रीम्स की शक्ति. इतनी सब्जियां कौन खाएगा? बच्चे. कैसे? शेजवान फ्राइड राइस में सब्जियां खिलाने का यही बेस्ट तरीका है. टिफिन, लंच या डिनर. बचे हुए चावल को चिंग्स शेजवान फ्राइड राइस मसाला का तड़का लगाओ और खिलाओ. चिंग्स चाइनीज, देसी चाइनीज, घर घर बन रहा है. आपने बनाया क्या?
चिंग्स शेजवान चटनी. ये चटनी नहीं, रॉकेट है, रॉकेट.
हंसे खेडे आते थोड़े जे रोटी का पराठा त्याने. लाल सब्जी कम with me. लाल गजरा हाजरा. बुढ़िया बात कर, छेती साफ कर. साफ ही तो कर रहा हूँ. गोभी की सब्जी में चलिए लबान अंदर रेडी है, आ जाओ.
ले बस बेटा, वो नहीं लेना मैं.
किवे नहीं खाओगे, मेरी बेबे ने बनाया है.
ਕਮਾਲ ਦਾ ਡੱਬਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਹੈ ਬੇਟਾ. ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਦਿਲਦਾਰੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿਲੇਬਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਅਜਿਹੀ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਟਾਟਾ ਟੀ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਮ ਨੇ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਾਣਿਆਂ ਵਾਲੀ ਚਾਹ. ਇੱਕ ਪਿਆਲੀ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਲੀ, ਇੱਕ ਪਿਆਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਾਲੀ.
ना तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट, ना चर्चे तुम्हारे नाम के, ना होती वाह वाही, ना किस्से तुम्हारे काम के. फिर भी हर रोज सूरज को रेस में हराती हो. सूरज के जागने से पहले कैसे बस अपने काम में लग जाती हो. इतना जोश कहां से लाती हो? ना मैगजीन कवर पर आना है, ना हवाई जहाज उड़ाना है, ना चांद पर जाना है, ना अपना बड़ा नाम कमाना है, ना रात भर जाकर खुद से जुड़ा कोई सपना सजाना है. फिर भी सपनों का कारखाना हर रोज चलाती हो. घर बैठे तुम सिर्फ चाय नहीं, क्रिकेटर, साइंटिस्ट, सुपरस्टार, जाने क्या क्या बनाती हो. तुम सिर्फ चाय ही नहीं छानती, अच्छाई से बुराई भी छान जाती हो. हर रोज खुद में इतना जोश जगाती हो, तभी तो अग्नि कहलाती हो. टाटा टी अग्नि, जोश जगाए हर रोज.
That's me, Nitya. Since childhood, everyone lovingly called me Golu. And with that, they reminded me that Golu can't climb trees.
The ground will crack if she falls. And so will Gomu.
Lead dancer in a college play? Can't be Golu, yeah. And Golu in a parent sack race? No chance. You got to look fit to do all this. And those who look fit are nicknamed as Golu, right? It wasn't I who named myself Golu. Maybe that's why I never behaved like a Golu either. Because I am more than my nickname. Being fit isn't only about looking fit. Tetley Green Tea Immune. The goodness of green tea now with added immunity power of vitamin C. So that you feel fit inside out.
My body can, your body can, everybody can.
Climate change, lack of green cover, of increasing concern.
कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना।
Coming up, more updates on the weather.
हम क्या ही कर पाएंगे, ऐसे भी एक करने से कोई फर्क थोड़ी पड़ता है। एनीवेज, मैं नहाने जा रहा हूँ।
एक बकेट अनेक बकेट, एक बूंद से अनेक बूंद पानी बचाओ बकेट बकेट। एक ढक्कन अनेक ढक्कन, फट से उबले गैस भी बचे, लगाओ ढक्कन एवरी बर्तन। ऐसे ग्रीन एक्शन आप रोज ले सकते हैं। इनका फोटो जागोरे.com पे अपलोड कीजिए और अब टाटा टी जागोरे AI आपको बताएगा कि इन ग्रीन एक्शन से कितना फर्क पड़ता है। एक से नहीं अनेक से बने।
বাঙালিরা খাবার নিয়ে খুঁতখুঁতে এতটাই যে খুঁত কথাটাও দুবার বলে। খুঁত খুঁত।
ও কাকু, কড়াইশুটির কচুরি আর ছোলার ডাল চলবে নাকি?
এই দেখো কুচি কুচি করে কাটা নারকল নেই
না,
ও তাহলে খাও না।
খাওয়া যায় নাকি?
পুরো নারকল?
এদিকে ওল্ডহুল মামার কোল লাগলো বলে গন্ডগোল।
কি গো, নাকে রশ্মি দিয়ে লেবু তুলতে গেছিলে নাকি?
গন্ধরাজ লেবুতে নেই গন্ধ।
দোকান করে ফেলা বন্ধ, বুঝলে? চলো ওদিকটা দেখি।
নেয়া পাতি হ্যাংলা পেট, আলুতে বাঙালি ডক্টরেট।
কিরে হ্যাঁ তরকারিটা জন্ডিস হলো না?
সাদা আলু তরকারি, সর্ষে তেল নয় দরকারি। এই যে মক্কেল, তরকারিতে ডাহা ফেল।
কি রে, খাসুন্দি ছেড়ে ফিশ ফ্রাই? যেমন টোপর ছাড়া
ফুল গর্ব আজকালকার ইউথ।
টোটালি আনকো।
তাহলে চা কেনার সময় এই খুঁতখুঁতানি তো আলবাত থাকবে।
ফ্লেভারটা কোথায়? বাগানে যেতে হবে নাকি?
এক মিনিট, এইতে নিন টাটা টি গোল্ড।
দেখছেন তো লেজেন্ডারি খুঁতখুঁতানি, কারণ খাবার একদম খাঁটি হওয়া চাই। তাই তো আমাদের ফেভারিট টাটা টি গোল্ড, খুঁতখুঁতে বাঙালির মন মতো চা।
लुक्स तो देखो, एकदम मस्त। Pretty good taste too, हाँ? इससे बेटर मिलना तो मैं तो टाटा सोलफुल मिलेट म्यूसली की बात कर रही थी।
Wholesome grains, 25% crunchy millets, chunky fruits and nuts. Tata Soulful Millet Muesli. Better crunch, wholesome munch.
मेरी दाल खास है।
मेरी दाल में नेचर का प्यार है।
अच्छा, इसमें कोई पॉलिश नहीं है?
इसमें पोषण की परत बरकरार है।
ये मेरी दाल
मेरी भी।
क्योंकि इसमें है नेचर का प्यार भरा, टाटा संपन्न प्यार भरा। प्यार की चमक तो खुद ही ऐसी होती है कि उसे किसी और चमक की जरूरत नहीं। टाटा संपन्न की अनपॉलिश दाल, इसमें कोई ऊपरी चमक, कोई पॉलिश नहीं, सिर्फ नेचर के प्यार की चमक। टाटा संपन्न अनपॉलिश दाल, क्योंकि इसमें है नेचर का प्यार भरा। तो आप क्या चुनेंगे, साधारण या संपन्न? कुदरती रंग, सौंधी खुशबू और लाजवाब मीठा स्वाद, इस दाल में भरा है नेचर का प्यार। टाटा संपन्न प्यार भरा।
प्यार का रंग बड़ा गहरा होता है, एक बार चढ़ गया तो उतरता नहीं। टाटा संपन्न की हल्दी, इसका सुनहरा पीला रंग नहीं उतरता, क्योंकि इस पे चढ़ा है नेचर के प्यार का रंग। और इसका टाटा संपन्न हल्दी विद नेचुरल ऑयल, इसमें है नेचर का प्यार भरा। तो आप क्या चुनेंगे, साधारण या संपन्न? प्यार एक खुशबू है जो कभी खत्म नहीं होती। टाटा संपन्न की ही इसकी खुशबू बनी रहती है डिब्बी खत्म होने के बाद भी। और इसकी टाटा संपन्न स्ट्रॉन्ग ही, इसमें है प्यार भरा। तो आप क्या चुनेंगे, साधारण या संपन्न?
जिसे प्यार से चुना है उसमें कुछ तो खास होगा। टाटा संपन्न पोहा प्यार से चुने हुए खास गुर्जरी चावल से बना, जिसमें है नेचर का दिया हाई फाइबर, और इसमें टाटा संपन्न हाई फाइबर पोहा, क्योंकि इसमें नेचर का प्यार भरा। तो आप क्या चुनेंगे, साधारण या संपन्न?
सब कुछ ट्राई किया पर वो हैप्पी नहीं, क्योंकि तेरा जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट सही नहीं। जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट, सिर्फ स्मिथ एंड जोन्स जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट डाले खाने में जान। स्मिथ एंड जोन्स जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट, यही है खाने की जान।
किसी ने ब्लॉकबस्टर का? चटी जी, हम पास्ता की बात कर रहे थे। बना लेता हूँ, वो भी एकदम ब्लॉकबस्टर। पास्ता में लगाओ इटालियन तड़का, स्मिथ एंड जोन्स पास्ता मसाला, वेरी वेरी टेस्टी।
ये हाथ मिट्टी में जान डाल देते हैं, बड़े प्यार और जतन से पोषण देके उसे कुदरत के दिए तोहफों से सींचते हैं और बड़ी बारीकी से बेहतरीन फसल को चुनते हैं। ये हाथ कभी समझौता नहीं करते। 25 सालों से ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया ऐसे हजारों किसानों के हाथ से हाथ मिलाकर आप तक ला रहे हैं कुदरत का दिया श्रेष्ठ और शुद्ध। ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया, कुदरत की शुद्धता आपके हाथों में।
मंडळी, मला आपल्या छोट्या उस्तादांना एक गंमत विचारायची। आता आपला फिनाले झाल्यानंतर तुम्हा सगळ्यांचा काय प्लॅन आहे?
सिद्धू दादा, आम्ही फिनाले झाल्यानंतर एक पार्टी करणार आहोत.
पार्टी करणार आहात? क्या बात आहे. पण काय मेन्यू काय, पार्टीचा मेन्यू काय?
आपली देसी चायनीज पार्टी.
अरे क्या बात है.
मला तर शेजवान फ्राईड राईस हवाय.
होय,
मला मंचुरियन राईस आणि चाउमिन नूडल्स खायचे आहेत.
बापरे. पलाक्षी, तू का अशी शांत बसलीस ग? सेहमीसी तुला काही नकोय का खायला?
अरे सिद्धू दादा, हे सगळं खायचंय, पण हे सगळं चमचमीत जेवण कसं आणि कोण बनवणार हेच मला कळत नाहीये.
अगं, तू ह्याचं कसलं टेन्शन घेते? याचं टेन्शन तू काही घेऊ नको. मी तुला एक मस्त ट्रिक सांगतो. माझ्याकडे एक सोल्युशन आहे. चिंग्स चायनीज मसाला, म्हणजे चिंग्स शेजवान फ्राईड राईस मसाला, चिंग्स मंचुरियन मसाला, चिंग्स चाउमिन मसाला आणि चिंग्स पनीर चिली मसाला या क्युरेट केलेल्या देसी चायनीज मसाल्यासह आता तुम्ही तुमच्या कुटुंबासाठी, मित्रमैत्रिणींसाठी घर बसल्या भारतातील आवडते देसी चायनीज पदार्थ बनवू शकता. चविष्ट चाउमिन नूडल्स, चविष्ट शेजवान फ्राईड राईस किंवा पनीर चिली मसाला, हे संपूर्ण जेवण तुम्ही फक्त 4 ते 5 मिनिटात तयार करा आणि देसी चायनीजचा आनंद घ्या. आणि इतकंच नव्हे, तर या खाण्याची रंगत वाढेल ती म्हणजे शेजवान चटणीने.
With the much anticipated winner announcement, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of the campus team to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has played a pivotal role in the journey of Grow Beyond Better Season 4. First and foremost, a special thank you to Bhagyashri for helping us shape this year's compelling case study. Thanks a lot all the jury members for round 2, Smriti, Kailash, Neha, Nisha, Achal, Chavi, Sudhendra, Neelkant, Avik, Vasudha, Anshuman, and Pankhuri for guiding the bright participants. Our emerging leaders, the management trainees, Radhika, Tanya, Ajit, Rohan, Vedant, Praful, Rupal, and Suhani, for mentoring the finale teams for the final pitch. I'm extremely grateful to our jury members for the day, Tarun, Parth, Sudhindra, and Bhagyashri, for taking out time and participating in the evaluations. And last but not the least, our partners, the Unstopped team, Prachi, Tushar, Himanshu, Shreya, Paranjay, and Shivam, for their relentless support in helping us put this entire show together right from the case launch. You've truly been great. Apologies if I've missed anyone. Over to the jury for concluding notes.
Thank you, Anushruti. Guys, what an awesome evening it's been. We've really thoroughly enjoyed going through your presentations. It's taken us a while to come to what Anushruti will later announce as winners. But I just wanted to echo on behalf of the jury that all of us deeply appreciate the rigor of the work that's gone for the last few weeks, for your idea, the teamwork that you put together, because above all, we can only win as a team. So we really do really appreciate, whoever wins or loses. We want to say that it really doesn't matter, but if you've enjoyed the ride and we've really enjoyed what you shared with us, I think that's what matters. So we want you to know that. I wish we could have done this in person and met all of you in person. It would have been really lovely. But please accept this as our personal compliments for each of you. So I think what I'll do is, each of us will speak about the team. There are 4 teams and there are 4 of us in the jury. So we'll speak about on behalf of the jury to each team. So we're going to. I'd like actually to speak first to the team, the Aficionado team. That's Chandni, Irshad, and Anisha. Guys, we wanted to say that we really like the way that you reimagined what could be termed as a very boring, everyday, has been eaten for years, kind of boring khichdi. We particularly like the way you varianted them on different styles. I think that's a part that AI possibly can't do unless you're telling me that AI also does that. But I'd imagine that you put in your thought on how you can, you can really variant, which is important. And you've also added a regional stake in that. So that shows a comprehensive way of, looking at it. We really like that idea very much. And I'd like to say that on behalf of the jury, we would like to offer all 3 of you a PPI opportunity, a pre-placement interview opportunity at the time that Anushruti calls out is the right time when we interview. So whether or not you win, we wanted to say good work, compliments, and congratulations. If I can, I can invite Sudhi. Would you like to speak about the next team?
Sure. Yeah. So I would like to sort of acknowledge the great work that the team, Ilish did. I think this is Aditya, Sadiman, and Shubhendu. Really appreciate, the detailing that you had. In a spice market, which is flooded with so many, regional and national players. We have always been, striving to sort of understand as a late entrant into the market. So how do we go and, establish ourselves? And so I think the problems, the statement that you identified, getting into the hyper local, strategy. So I think, and also the work on the entire artwork piece on the pack, I think is really stands out for me. I think thanks for showing a mirror to us, in terms of where are we in terms of a Tata Sampan pack. I think great work, team. I think kudos to all the great work and the efforts that you have put in. I echo the sentiments that Bhagyashri mentioned about I think we as jury had a very tough time in sort of picking up who could be the first or who could be the runner up. But having said that, I think whosoever the winner is, but I think I would like to sort of on behalf of the jury would like to again extend a PPI opportunity to all of you, whenever the team invites you to, and look forward to seeing you, and all the best.
Right. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Surendra. Indeed, it was very difficult. But more importantly, let me share this personal thing. I was just thinking 2 decades back when we were kind of at your level, at your place, versus where you guys are. Huge difference. I couldn't even imagine that probably, me putting this kind of a comprehensive pitch. So honestly, it was super comprehensive. Uh, we felt that you all have kind of, exceeded most of our expectations. Ambitions, aspirations were set absolutely right. So thank you. Thank you for all those great ideas and all the effort. So Smriti, Anshuman, and Pankuri, I think again, 3 of you are also invited to join us next year when you graduate, provided you go through that PPI round and get selected. So you are also invited to the PPI round the next year. Congratulations and all the best.
I think
Yeah.
you met Palak, Saurabh, and Deepthi, right? Can you just check? That's Team Phoenix, right?
That is.
Anu, can you just confirm?
Sorry. Yes, Parth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
No worries.
Team Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, Team Phoenix, you guys are also on for the PPI. Thank you.
Thanks, Parth. So again, just to say that Team SRK, each of us we've all debated, and we said, not easy at all. We wish we had some more time, by the way, to also do the jury. But given that we're all time bound and didn't want to disrespect your time as well, you're all, I'm sure, busy in college. So Ria, Karthik, Sri Lakshmi, again, great job done. I just want to call out on behalf of the jury. Number one, of course, the category that you kind of chose to be in, very interesting space. We had our own debates. Number two, the creativity that you used, I think, really kind of stood out. Number three, and to Parth's earlier point, I think when we used to present in college, we used to say, you may have to try this, you may have to try that, but your clarity was very, very, was I think excellent. You chose, you prioritized, and then you defended that with a certain amount of logic. Again, the reason why we are saying each of the teams we believe are deserving a PPI, and this includes, by the way, Team SRK, Ria, Karthik, and Sri Lakshmi, would like to invite you guys also for a PPI. We see pretty much all of you guys, and therefore for us the important part is that can we continue to work with you? You've seen this case study, you've got a glimpse of what this organization is, and therefore as you continue your academic journey and whomsoever you work with, it's an open offer, by the way. So we would like to connect back with you, and Anu and the team will reach out. But the idea of ensuring that you have, folks and you've met many of our team members who can help you further refine your thinking, help, and be mentors for you. That is the idea out here. And of course, the PPI is kind of an addition to that. In terms of the final results, I will hand it over to Anushruti to final results.
Yeah. Thank you so much, jury members. I think I should start by congratulating all 12 of you. I think this is the first time that it's happened in the last 4 years that we've extended a pre-placement interview opportunity to all the members. That gives a glimpse of how really, the amount of effort that you all have put in has not gone unnoticed. And it was a very, very difficult pick for us. Trust me when I say that on behalf of every panel that has evaluated you on the on the course of this Grow Beyond Better journey across rounds. not just to the 12 of you, but the 1,000 different submissions that we received from about 3,000 members. This is just a thank you and a congratulations to all of you. It's been a great season this year for us. Having said that, it's time to finally declare the runners up and the winners. So the first runners up is Team Aficionado from FMS Delhi. Congratulations, team. You win a prize money of rupees 1 lakh and pre-placement interview opportunity with Tata Consumer Products as promised. Congratulations, team. And the winners of Grow Beyond Better Season 4 is Team SRK from Bitsom, Mumbai. Congratulations to all three of you. You win a prize money of rupees 2 lakhs and pre-placement opportunity with Tata Consumer Products as promised. Congratulations, team. Thank you everyone for joining us today and participating in huge numbers. We'll soon be back with season 5. Thanks a lot and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to everybody.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Have a great evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Anushka. Thank you, Ankita. Thank you, Prachi.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.